Welcome to the Reference Desk. This feature appears all across the CJSW schedule and puts a spotlight on unique singles, fascinating albums, and utterly bizarre artists. In fact, today's episode takes a few steps past bizarre into the realm of sheer madness. Gauthier Serra, better known by his stage name Igorrr with 3 R's, combines the totally disparate genres of baroque, breakbeat, and death metal. Hailing from France, the band Igorrr, as it exists today, is made up of Gauthier Serra handling the vast majority of instrumentation, Sylvain Bouvier of Tripalium on drums, and for vocals, Igorrr takes a Beauty and the Beast approach with Laurent Lenoir on death growls and Lord Le Prunenek singing clean, operatic vocals. But Igorrr only became a full band in 2017, a full 11 years since Igorr's first release, the self-released demo, Poisson Soluble. In an interview, Serra told Alaresh.net that he has synesthesia, a condition where one sense can trigger another. In Serra's case, he sees colors when he hears music. This crossover perception often has an effect on his compositions, which made him have to consult others to make sure they were even good. Which, of course, gets pretty annoying after a while. Serra said that, quote, "I wanted to have something for myself, where I would be the only person to make that kind of decision. I was looking for a specific style of music, but I could not find what I wanted because it did not exist. The goal was that I wanted to have a CD, put it in the player, and hear exactly what I wanted to hear." And suffice to say, I think Serra succeeded at that. After putting out his second album in 2008, Moisissure, French for mold, he drew the attention of German record label Ad Noiseam, which was known for independent EDM, hip-hop, and jazz releases. Through Ad Noiseam, we get Igorr's first album, Nostril, in 2010, alongside a companion EP amusingly titled Baroquecore. Nostril is very heavy on the breakbeat side of things and would fit really well in your Skinny Puppy playlist. It's also probably one of Igorr's least accessible albums, though. Not that anything Igorrr puts out could be called easy listening, but still, check this out. Do you see what I mean? With the benefit of hindsight, Igorr's second album still feels like he hadn't quite hit the perfect balance of his strange blend of musical ingredients. In fact, you can find even more mixed into the chaos on this outing, including lounge, chiptunes, and traditional church singing. Now onto the really good stuff. And what better way to introduce this next work than the first 7 seconds of the album? Savage Sinusoid marks the beginning of Igorr's life as a full band. While the main contributors to Savage Sinusoid were Serra, Bouvier, Lenoir, and Le Prunenek, the album has a whopping 16 guest performers, many of which have few credits outside this album. But the most notable of the bunch are Erland Casperson of Abhorrent on bass, Morten Iversen of Gorgoroth on guitar, Travis Ryan of Cattle Decapitation providing vocals, and obviously the most talented guest musician has to be Patrick the Chicken, Gautier Sarah's pet hen. Notably, unlike previous albums, Savage Sinusoid had no samples, which explains the crazy number of guest musicians. If you want to see them all in action, there's a fascinating series on YouTube documenting the making of Savage Sinusoid. But if that's a bit much, a number of music videos from the album are simple studio shoots. I particularly like the one for the song Cheval. Before moving on, I want to address the song titles on Savage Sinusoid. Namely, what do you name this nonsense? Well, Seurat clearly has a sense of humor. Here's some of the funnier song titles. Robert. Horse. Apopatodiapholutophobic, which is an irrational fear of constipation. Spaghetti forever. Hummus. F you. And meat. And now, onto the latest from Igorrr, 2020's Spirituality and Distortion. It seems there's really something about fourth releases and chaotic avant-garde metal bands where they show their strongest prowess in keeping that chaos on a tight leash and giving slack in perfect doses. French-Canadian avant-garde metalers Unexpect showed much the same in their fourth release, Fables of the Sleepless Empire. In this outing, Igorrr continues to combine metal, breakbeat, and baroque styles, but also throws into the mix a dramatic helping of Middle Eastern-inspired music, wherein the Phrygian dominance scale does a lot of the heavy lifting. But to get that desert Bedouin tone, Igorrr once again brings in a few guest musicians, playing traditional Arabic instruments like the oud and the qanun. And of course, we also need some all-star death metal guest musicians. Erland Casperson makes a reappearance, and new to the list, we've got the heavyweight, headbanging, colossal neck of the gods, George Corpsegrinder Fisher. All in all, Spirituality and Distortion is hands down Igorr's most accessible album to date. So if you want to dip your toes into the deep end of over-the-top ridiculousness, this is a good place to start. And then you can casually work your way backwards through their discography as it gets more and more chaotic. An easy, nice, gradual descent into total madness. My name's Andrew Baldock, and this has been yet another episode of The Reference Desk. Keep your ears peeled. You never know where another episode will turn up next.